Hello, how's it going? This is Larry. I've returned to give a quick breakdown about a topic that has ruffled a few feathers in the Christian community. It deals with the question of who instructed King Josiah to not war against Necho, the king of Egypt. The problem is that some people say that 2 Chronicles chapter 35 says that Necho instructed him, while 1 Esdras chapter 1 says that Jeremiah instructed him. Let's dive into the matter. Josiah was a king of Judah before the Babylonian captivity. 2 Chronicles chapter 34 verses 1 and 2 prove that he was a king of Judah. 2 Chronicles chapters 34 through 36 prove that he was a king before the Babylonian captivity. Now let's deal with the heart of the matter. 2 Chronicles chapter 35 verses 20 through 24. After all this, when Josiah had prepared the temple, Necho, king of Egypt, came up to fight against Carchemish by Euphrates, and Josiah went out against him. But he sent ambassadors to him, saying, "What have I to do with thee, thou king of Judah? I come not against thee this day, but against the house wherewith I have war. For God commanded me to make haste. Forbear thee from meddling with God, who is with me, that he destroy thee not." Nevertheless, Josiah would not turn his face from him, but disguised himself, that he might fight with him, and hearkened not unto the words of Necho from the mouth of God, and came to fight in the valley of Megiddo. And the archers shot at King Josiah. And the king said to his servants, "Have me away, for I am sore wounded." His servants therefore took him out of that chariot, and put him in the second chariot that he had. And they brought him to Jerusalem, and he died, and was buried in one of the sepulchres of his fathers. And all Judah and Jerusalem mourned for Josiah. Let's go back to verses 20 and 21. Please pay attention to the word ambassadors in verse 21. After all this, when Josiah had prepared the temple, Necho, king of Egypt, came up to fight against Carchemish by Euphrates, and Josiah went out against him. But he sent ambassadors to him, saying, "What have I to do with thee, thou king of Judah? I come not against thee this day, but against the house wherewith I have war. For God commanded me to make haste. Forbear thee from meddling with God, who is with me, that he destroy thee not." Now Necho sent ambassadors to Josiah to warn him. Does 1 Esdras chapter 1 contradict this statement? Let's find out. 1 Esdras chapter 1 verses 25 through 27. Now after all these acts of Josiah's, it came to pass that Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, came to raise war at Carchemish upon Euphrates, and Josiah went out against him. But the king of Egypt sent to him, saying, "What have I to do with thee, O king of Judah? I am not sent out from the Lord God against thee, for my war is upon Euphrates. And now the Lord is with me. Yeah, the Lord is with me, hasting me forward. Depart from me, and be not against the Lord." So far, this lines up with 2 Chronicles chapter 35, 1 Esdras chapter 1, verse 26, saying the king of Egypt sent unto him is the same thing as 2 Chronicles chapter 35, verse 21, saying that the king of Egypt sent ambassadors to him. I'm going to keep reading. 1 Esdras chapter 1, verses 28 and 29. Howbeit, Josiah did not turn back his chariot from him, but undertook to fight with him, not regarding the words of the prophet Jeremy spoken by the mouth of the Lord, but joined battle with him in the plain of Megiddo, and the princes came against King Josiah. Now, verse 28 mentions that Josiah didn't regard the words of Jeremiah that were spoken by the mouth of the Lord. This is not a contradiction to verse 26 in 2 Chronicles chapter 31, verse 21. Jeremiah either was one of the ambassadors, whether the king of Egypt sent him or not, or Jeremiah instructed the ambassadors that spoke to King Josiah. Now, if Jeremiah and other ambassadors were sent to Josiah, that doesn't make any contradiction. Remember, the Lord speaks in similitudes, and by the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, we shall let things be established. I just quoted Hosea chapter 12, verse 10, and Matthew chapter 18, verses 15 and 16. I'm going to read both verses. Hosea chapter 12, verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. Matthew chapter 18, verses 15 and 16. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. The king of Egypt was behaving as a brother. Remember the brother definition from Matthew chapter 12, verse 50. The king of Egypt did warn Josiah of his trespass. Josiah didn't listen and received this outcome. Matthew chapter 18, verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican. The Lord, through the king of Egypt, had to kill Josiah for being disobedient. That's enough of this breakdown. The point has been proven. Now I'm going to close out this video. If you like this video, please click the like button and make sure that you are subscribed to receive notifications in the future if the Lord continues to allow me to post these videos. Please visit my For Israel channel for updates on videos that will be uploaded soon. Now the picture that you are seeing right now is one of the pages of my webcomic. Art is another one of my passions. I will try to leave a link of my free webcomic in the description. The webcomic is a fictional story that is inspired by the Bible. I'll talk to you all later. Have a nice day. Bye.